Alright everyone, it's me, your pal, Dick Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth would like me to remind you that if you like what you see, you should like, subscribe, ring the bell, and what was the other one? Share the video with your friends. Thanks for your continued support, and I hope you enjoy the video, pal. So this is the reception hall. According to the pamphlet, we're right here. Yikes, pretty high up. These are indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad. Look, Nick, it's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here. Mr. Wright? Moya? Does this mean you've taken the case? Yeah, that's how things kind of turned out. Mind if we look around? Be my guest. We pretty much wrapped up our investigation. Go right ahead. Now's a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma too. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case. You need to give us a rundown. Well, as soon as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be told-licked about it. The incident occurred yesterday on September the 20th. Happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 PM till 10. 7 to 10, huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time travelling or anything, did you? Time travelling? What do you mean? Nothing. Forget it. Pretty much the response I expected. The victim's name is Dumar Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household. Ellen was a maid for the family as well. Ellen was a maid for the family as well, so that means the two of them were co-workers? Aye, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the head servant after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Domengloom behind his back. If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher rank than Alan. What makes the police think Alan killed this man, a guy who was essentially her boss? We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her. And what circumstances are these exactly? Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the imminent aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with a murder weapon still in her hands. But why would a bride who was just about to start a happy new life just kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that? About that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back. Why did he attack her to begin with? Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly become the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Domengloom attacked Ellen first? But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick? It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove it, but I wonder what Edgeworth would have up his sleeve to counter the claim. Wow, a servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company. It sounds like a modern-day fairy tale. Does, doesn't it? 10 years. Not everyone was on board with the union, apparently. No surprises there. The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on, so she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family just to support herself. a maid of no family or fortune, was set to marry the president's son, huh? I guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two. Aye, apparently the groom's parents and all the other relatives were strongly opposed. They didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding. Love flourishes in the face of adversity. Oh, is that how it works? Yep. If you have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert. I spent all my spare time in Korea watching soap operas on TV. Well, I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya. Oh, by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, got pretty ugly for her. So even though the incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who opposed their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. So what was the murder weapon, Emma? This clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered. So the victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? So Larry's back, and the murder weapon is a clock with a secret mechanism. Well, you really are turning the clock back for this one, huh? That's funny, there's no blood on it as far as I can tell. Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with evidence. There's definitely a luminol reaction. It matches with the shape of the injury, so it's got to be the murder weapon. What a funny looking clock. They call it the Time Keeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day. Time machine, huh? Come to think of it. Ellen said her pendant was part of a time machine. I wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit. Where they gobs themselves on the wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though. With your appetite? Bollocks. They say newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know. They have to greet and talk with all the guests that come to give their blessings. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy the dinner. Aw, I wouldn't be able to stand that. I can't imagine having a huge feast to eat right in front of me and not being able to eat it. They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of the wedding dresses. With a tight corset squeezing their waist, they can barely eat a bite. Really? Sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture. I guess food still wins out over romance in Maya's book. This was where the time machine was placed. I can't believe such a pure memento was used for murder. It's awful. Nick, we have to prove Alan's innocence no matter what it takes. I agree. We can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. So that's the vista deck out there. I bet the view is amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick? Yeah, kind of. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here. I think that about does it for this area. Because with the lantern the body was found in, Alan managed to move it quite a ways. Looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken. Excuse me. It's not a cow, Nick. It's Pegasus the flying horse. No way. It's definitely a cow. It's got the horns and everything. Look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's a Pegasus, I tell you. I know, the pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently it's called a Pegamoo. Oh my god. I did not see that coming. Yet somehow, that really captures about the essence of what the creature is, you know? Huh. That's strange. What is? This Pegamoo is definitely made of Pegaborg, right? I'd say so. What with the horns and all. Well, the Pegamoo over there is also a Pegaborg. Take a look at the pamphlet. The one on the right says Pegaborg, but the other one says Pegacow, a female Pegamoo. The other one says Pegacow, a female Pegamoo. Right. The pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoos for the happy couple. For our ceremony, there should have been a male and female pair of Pegamoos. For some reason, there's two males here. Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room? Hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder, though. In any case, we better check this thing out. So this is where the body was found. And the first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found? Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of the head. Here's a photo of the scene as we found it. Hey, what's this? Grab Ellen when convenient and send her off from the Vista deck. Oh, let me take a look. Grab Ellen when convenient and send her off from the Vista deck. It looks like a note outlining the murder plot. Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but looks like it was written in a rush. Why do you say that? The writing's only smudged starting in the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page. I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Writing Expert. Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly. Alright, let's get back to the note. That note was apparently written by the victim. Why do you feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Are you sure the victim wrote it? I sometimes have to note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour. Maya, are you craving curry rice or something? Oops. So Emma, where's this Vista deck that the note mentions? It's the heliport, you see. That's the heliport you see right outside the window there. So he planned on pushing Ellen off from here. What a monster. What do you think about this, Maya? Looks like a flower petal to me. Unusual shape for a flower petal. Do you suppose it's from... Do you suppose it won't form one of the flowers in the reception hall? No, I didn't see a single flower that looked like this at any of the tales. Wonder where it came from. This come from the lantern? It's covered in blood. Maybe it got on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern. Can you imagine going to a door and finding the knob covered with blood? That'd be bloody awful, to say the least. So was that pun. I guess it about does it for the lantern. I wonder what this partition's for. I imagine people like the reception staff for the entertainers use it. Put away behind when they're on standby. I see. For a partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there. Not that anyone sane would. It's a fog machine. I wonder if they use it during the reception. Oh! Hey Nick, go stand over there for a sec. Why? Just because, now go! Alright. I've got a bad feeling about this. Fogmaster 9000 on! Maya, no! Huh. Oh, nothing happened. Looks like it won't work without dry ice. Darn it! All I'm going to do is surround you in a thick cloud of smoke. So it's not smoke, it's steam from the steamed clams. A hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. Kind of a romantic notion, don't you think? Yeah. I just noticed it doesn't seem to be tied to the ceiling all that well. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, please don't let it fall on my head. Yeah, that was totally worth the interaction, that. Yeah, there are the huge set of doors. I bet all sorts of things come and go through there. Like an elephant. I'm pretty sure just the bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus. That's one big partition screen, industrial sized even. I bet it caused an industrial sized mess if it fell over. And that's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya. What? Who's going to test how stable it is? Just leave it alone, please. Model airplane. A perfect decoration for an airline company wedding. And a propeller plane like this lends the room to a great old-timey feel. I'd love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over near old Tokyo? If Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor for the show, I could see it happening. Why didn't I think of that? I'll go suggest the idea to him later. Please at least wait until after the trial's over. It's a fog machine for the reception. Pretty cool, huh? Don't you dare touch it. Well, spoil sport. That's because I know how you operate. It looks like a business card wallet. I wonder whose it is. Well, we can tell whose it is. Question is, what the fuck was he doing there in the first place? Face looks awfully familiar. Yes, it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later. Anything else I missed? There must be something. The dialogue's not moving on. Aha. Wow, look at the horns and the flying bovine. It must be a ball. Seems you made it through the ceremony in one piece. But look at the wheels, I bet he can be rolled around rather easily too. Yeah, but it would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like. What's up at the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle? Oh, I get it. That way they can get inside to change the light bulb. As I left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted. Guess I figured no one would see it, so why bother? Makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, I can't say I see anything strange about this thing. There we go. Right, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene. Hey, Nick. I want to see the rest of the airship. Might as well, since you're here. True. Might even run to one of the other people involved in the case. Speak of the devil. Nick, how long has that guy been standing there? I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? Huh? Nick, you read something on the paper airplane. I guess we're supposed to read it then. Let's see here. Get out, intruders. Well, that's a rather cold welcome. For that BM. Mr. Wright, Maya? Excuse me. Mr. Wright, Maya, meet the long-silent president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket. Or to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation. So he's Ellen's fiancé. Oh, there he goes. He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's a genius inventor behind many of the Sprocket Aviation's business successes. An inventor, huh? Oi, he even designed the airship. It's pretty impressive. Nick, this is no time to be standing around gawking. It's like you haven't seen the hand of God before. We have to go after him and ask him some questions about Ellen. Oh, right. He looked like he was heading outside. Yeah, Larry's 34 now. Fucking crew. There he is. Excuse me, can we talk to you? Excuse me, do you mind if we ask what you're doing? He sure is running up a storm. It is oh, for fuck's sake. It is possible. If an enormous change in mass can be detected at that observation point, theoretically, matter can retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon. Let's just see what he has to say about Ellen. Excuse me, but we're representing Ellen in court tomorrow. Can we ask you about the case? I swear if this fucker throws a note in my face saying no. Ow. What the... Not interested. Not interested? How can you say something like that? This is about your fiancée. She's under arrest, you know. The diameter of the airship is approximately 80 feet. I imagine necessary to move the matter comprised of the amount of masses. He's off in his own little world. I can't believe he said he was not interested in talking about his own bride's arrest. We'll just have to talk on his level then. With something he might be interested in. Bro's autistic as fuck. to bring anything to mind. Even some small, vague detail will do. This guy really doesn't want to talk, does he? That's got his attention. What are you showing me that for? Mr. Sprocket? I can't read him at all. What even of an item as loaded as sentiments as this? Yeah, he's definitely autistic. Where are we? No? Oh! Door! Can you take a look at this? Is that Ellen's? Ellen told me she travelled through time during the incident. She said it happened after she made a wish on this pennant. You mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers? Yes, I just told you that a minute ago. Sorry, I was lost in thought. He wasn't even listening. Oh boy. He's not at all what I expected based on Ellen's gushing testimonials anyway. I'd like to ask you about Ellen's case if you don't mind. I don't know a thing about it. Why don't you ask the police? In other words, not interested. This guy's the worst, and I feel sorry for poor Ellen. In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen travelled through time? Go on. Guess that got your attention. So is time travel really possible? Yes, it is possible. Alrighty then. At the time, it's also impossible. The pennant I gave to Ellen isn't supposed to operate as a time machine by itself. What do you mean? The timekeeper, the clock we displayed in the reception hall, timekeeper, the clock we had displayed in the reception hall. That is the body of the time machine. The pennant is simply a part. The clock was the murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too? What's an experience is akin to travelling down the road by car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless... Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless, maybe the quantum system inside the pennant, some accident reverse... Oh, fucking hell. Unless maybe the quantum system inside the pennant, some accident may interfere with the natural flow of the fourth dimension. We're losing him again. Maybe better ask him something more about the time machine. So you've been researching time travel, have you? Moving through the space-time continuum will be the man's ultimate means of travel. Time travel as a mode of transportation? Since the dawn of time, man has developed into various threads that transform part of the brain. I just fucking made that up. Since the dawn of time, man has developed multifarious methods of transportation. Horses, steam, engines, airplanes, airships. But they are all fundamentally similar in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind to a new paradigm. I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden. Same here, Maya. For generations, Sprocket Aviation has advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it's very natural I want to research time travel as man's next great leap. Oh, is he done? What does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick? Basically, it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-through, I guess? Oh, I get it. The same burger, but with quicker and more efficient delivery. What someone really wants to do is launch humanity into the future. Launch, not lunch. Do you really believe time travel's possible? It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know, but you wouldn't understand. Hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist. All I know is Soren's not the easiest guy to wrap your head around. I know, I kinda like the way he talks. Full of hope for the future. He's more passionate than I thought too, when it comes to inventions anyway. Yeah, his apparent lack of concern for Ellen's troubling Bo. So I hear the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage? What are your thoughts on that? Master Soren? It's time for the meeting on the next term's project. What is this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? You're the future president. You must consider the business side too. You did it, didn't you? It is I. I found Soren. Send the car over at once. I'm not interested. Oh, Master Soren, you do give me quite the headache at times. In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please go to him now. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce Nicody. Please call me Pierce. I am the Sprocket family butler. Nick, a butler! I didn't know they actually still existed. I thought they were just on TV and stuff. Who might you be, if you don't mind my asking? I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm Ellen Wyatt's lawyer. I'm his assistant, Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium. Oh, so it is you. I'm most grateful for you taking on Miss Ellen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks. But don't mention it. Oh, hey, speaking of the case, one moment, please. I miss something? No. Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch. Oh, this is just a bit of a good luck charm. It's one expensive good luck charm. But I digress, it makes sense. And at times pretty important in his line of work. I guess that pocket watch is as important to him as my attorney's badge is to me. There's a little time before I must attend to Master Soren again. Why not come to Sprocket Manor? Huh? You mean Soren's home? As a token of appreciation for taking on Miss Ellen's defense, I'd like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments. Oh boy, Nick! A fancy high society tea party with high-class snacks and everything. What about the investigation? Are you kidding? We're at a place to investigate next in Soren's home. Oh no, do you really think his house is going to give us any new leads? Of course it will. I say we take the butler up on his kind offer and go to Soren's place. Alright, you win. Very good. To Sprocket Manor then.